What should we talk about first?
Should we talk about how, we got the fandoms such as the Sonic fandom, the, Halo series is getting a season 2. Oh, and how Marvel's, multiverse of madness has already established that they're not erasing the X-Men universe of the Fox ones. They're connecting for what's it called? Oh yeah, a crossover where Dr. Xavier isn't dead.
Yeah.
And this is not the same one who died from Logan. This is possibly the one who died from Phoenix.
Yeah, so pretty much, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Super Bowl because I know where you're gonna go with this. With the whole Doctor Strange trailer that dropped and pretty much broke the internet. It's just such an amazing trailer. It's still crazy that, Warner Brothers and DC, they just keep talking, they keep acting like they have everything under control, but yet they didn't even pay to have a TV spot in the Super Bowl, So it's like, do you really think, it really shows how they're not really confident with everything that they're doing, because if they were, I'm sorry, they will have a TV spot at the Super Bowl. They have like 2-3 movies or 4 DC movies coming out this year, and then they even have one preview on the Super Bowl. That's a little odd.
If you ask me, dude, that's just like, really? You're saying that the hierarchy is going to be down or something, and then later we got Doctor Strange, who's already saying that we're not going to erase the Fox universe. We're going to establish this to the Marvel world.
They're doing what this is not doing. They're adding to the universe with the multiverse. They're not trying to erase what just the way Warner Brothers is trying, what they're trying to do with the Flash. I mean, of course, this is rumors and stuff that we have heard from the Flash. It's not us confirming anything, but I would not be surprised if all those rumors are true, that they're trying to erase what came before. So we're gonna see about that. We still gotta wait. I really don't have a good feeling for that movie at all.
Me too. It's just like, why the hell do you even want to use Michael Keaton when his costume just looks like, how you did dirty on Michael Keaton in this film? And also, if this is your stupid way that you're gonna kill Ben Affleck for a dumb reason, this is like WB.
It makes no sense. Yeah, exactly. It's just like what somebody just said on Twitter today. Why not just recast Ben Affleck? Why go that far and just bring Batman 89 to this universe? It doesn't make any sense. I still feel like Batman 89 would be great for a Batman Beyond spin-off, like his own universe. They could have done something with that, but for him to replace Ben Affleck, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and if you ask me, dude, I feel more confidence on the Sonic movie over the Flash. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Sonic's end credits or somehow last scenes are going to be about Shadows, who's in the Sonic movie, and he's already going to have agenda to kill Sonic, or wants take his power and become an ultra
yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna open up that universe, but that is a topic that we're gonna talk about later on this video. But yeah, I understand, completely understand what you're trying to say with all that. It's, again, what Marvel's doing with the multiverse. They're adding to the universe. They're not trying to delete or make it small. What Warner Brothers is doing with the multiverse, they're making everything small. They're making this universe smaller. I don't understand, who came up with the idea to do that. It doesn't make any sense. We know why they're trying to do all this, because it's just a hate, and there's a lot of BS behind the scenes when it comes to Zack Snyder. They just want to delete everything that he did before, which I don't know why they're still trying to go on that path when the past 3-4 movies that they have done after Zack Snyder wasn't around, they all have flopped at the box office, and we all know that. Numbers don't lie. They're losing money, and they're losing fans.
Yeah, not to mention not so much hype. I mean, okay, you're releasing two DC films of animation, but meanwhile, Marvel with the Sony universe has already established two animated Spider-Man movies already. In part one, it's gonna be across the multiverse, and also, and you know what's so funny is that you have Spider-Man No Way Home, who's not being a nostalgia bait. This is like establishing that the universe of the Spider-Man exist, and also possibly we may not only see the last time of Toby and Andrew, but apparently we may see
Yeah,
their solo.
that's not the last time for sure.
Yeah,
You
and
know
rumors
why
say that Toby.
and why? Why is that? Because they're listening to the fans. And
Yeah,
what happened when they listened to the fans? What was the biggest movie of last year?
money,
Spider-Man,
money. Yeah, yeah. Not to yeah. I mean, Spider-Man was the one who dominated the box
and
office.
it's still making money now.
Beats Avatar. I mean,
Yeah,
I like the Spider-Man No Way Home, and I mean, it would be one of the Trinity, part of the Trinity of the original ones we got. Like we got Andrew, Toby, and Tom, and for their own Trinity. And I wouldn't be surprised, man, if Sony's gonna develop a Spider Gwen, and Emma Stone's coming back as Gwen. It's like
yeah. Now I
it's
have
like
a feeling that's what they're doing. I have a feeling that's gonna be the next step. They're just gonna start. They're gonna, you know, it's the biggest movie right now, like ever. So of course they're gonna take from that and take from all this universe and just keep making movies from them. I don't.
I mean,
It still blows my mind that Warner Brothers is still not learning from that.
dude, we all hashtag, saying we want Ben Affleck's Batman movie. We all want, Superman, Henry Cavill Superman without this, strings that we want to make him do this 1980s nostalgia. I mean, hasn't a Wonder Woman 84 caused too much damages on HBO Max and theaters at the same time?
This movie made no money. They
If he
didn't
hasn't,
even. They didn't even make money on home release. Nobody bought that on Blu-ray or DVD. Like it's crazy. It's
if he
crazy that
hasn't,
they're still not listening.
if you ask me, man, that movie just really gave me a lot of cringe movie when I rewatched it. I mean, to Patty Jenkins say, streaming movies are like fake. I'm like, woman, have you not realized? Woman, are you joking right now? Because
Yeah,
have you seen a
I
lot of
don't.
productions on other than WB? All these productions look so goddamn expensive, and the CGI looks so finished.
Yeah, I don't think she didn't thought that through. I mean, it's a lot of weird. Like you said, the CGI for the movie was how was the movie still looked off? It still didn't even look finished when the movie was just sitting
I
there for
mean,
years.
Gal Gadot looks like she's running and like doing like this, like she's
You
like
can
running.
tell, it's wires and all that stuff. But yeah, now that we're talking about streamings, how do you feel about the whole Paramount thing? They came out blasting out of nowhere. I think that's gonna be another app that's about to destroy. It's about to take over.
I'm
I
pretty sure, dude. I'm pretty sure, dude. They're gonna be counting numbers, not do the third party thing. I mean, they're all gonna like this, like they're gonna drink some mimosas at 11 a.m. Be like, I don't give a f bomb. We got the budget for this stuff. I
yeah.
mean,
I mean,
gotta act like
if
a.
you exactly like you say, if you have the money, then do everything. You have the money anyway. The next step now is gonna be streaming. That's what's gonna take over everything. That's just the new era. That's what we are in now. People just gotta get used to it. So, you know, Paramount know what they're doing. I'm just excited that they're making a new Star Trek movie. It's about time. It's been a while. They also announced Ninja Turtles. They announced like maybe like 4 new projects for Ninja Turtles. The same thing for Transformers. We're gonna get like 4 or 5 new movies out of Transformers, counting like a animated movie. Besides that, we're gonna get a spin-off for A Quiet Place next year, and then we're gonna get a sequel for A Quiet Place in like 2 years from now. So yeah, we're getting a lot.
You forgot
It's.
two coming.
I'm sorry.
You forgot Halo season 2 is coming.
And Halo season 2 that got announced, and the season 1's not even out yet. They already renewed season 2. That lets you know. Try to compare that with HBO Max. What have they
Oh yeah.
announced?
Did you forget about that Amazon now has the what's it called, the Lord of the Rings prequel series.
Yeah, so because Lord of the Rings is going for sale. Anybody haven't bought it yet, right? That's still
I don't
out there.
I don't
Because
know.
I think it's still on the market, but I don't know if any. The rumors are, of course, Amazon is gonna buy it because they're making a show. We don't really know. It's a little weird because out of nowhere, now Warner Brothers or New Line, they want to make an animated prequel. Like, so now you wanna follow from the hype that Amazon is doing something with Lord of the Rings, and now you want to take from that. I don't know. I see that a little off in my opinion.
If you ask me, dude, I'm like just telling to WB, don't you dare do that, because you lost so much money on over there, here, and there. I mean, why would you bother to do it? Because you didn't even bother to give us a good animated film of the Injustice. I mean, I didn't want no jokester version of Injustice. I want like the Flash be like, becoming torn apart about the society's being, and Superman be like, like he first starts have a shock, he's been shocked for a few weeks, and later you have Batman who's the most wanted over 5 years, but then later did he give us a stupid joke version?
Yeah, exactly. But look what Paramount is doing. What are they doing? They're listening to the fans. They know where the money is at. What they're gonna do with Ninja Turtles? They're not only gonna do a new movie, then they're gonna do a new show. But with the movie, they're gonna try to follow spin-offs for villains on the streaming service. So they're gonna try to do like maybe mini movies. I don't know how they're gonna do that, or they're gonna do a series, or unless they're gonna do some movies for the streaming service based on the villains from Ninja Turtles. They know where the money's at. They know Ninja Turtles never went away. That's something like Power Rangers. They never went away, and it's never gonna go away. So why not try to milk the cow? If you have it, milk it. Warner Brothers don't know what the hell they're doing.
If you ask me, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if Ninja Turtles would do the adaptation of the last Roland. I mean, imagine that either live action or anime style. It'd be like a freaking way. Holy crap! This is like the Dark Knight.
I mean, they can turn the new movies into that, if anything,
And I'm just thinking, dude.
And besides that, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, if you notice, Marvel announced they're gonna make the zombie universe of Marvel. I mean, okay, if they're gonna say too scary for they can't say, they're gonna say superheroes can't be zombies. I'm like, dude, zombie virus is a biological weapon, and the government. Or have you ever seen the movie called Resident Evil, where Umbrella is making profits out of cures about this, and they're the ones who released the viruses. Yeah. And they're like, too scary. Dude, you're already grown-ass men, and for Walter, who made these ghost stories, those ghost story movies of the Conjuring movies are just so lame. Like, I don't remember how they ended, and I don't remember what was the plot of the movie.
I mean, you can tell Warner Bros. Is still stuck. They're completely stuck in the past. They still think that the whole nostalgia with Batman 89 is gonna work. I mean, people really gotta think. It doesn't make any sense, the whole thing about them bringing Michael Keaton back, because the people already forgot that Warner Brothers pretty much kind of fired him back in the 90s. They wanted to move away from the dark Tim Burton universe, but now you want to bring it back. Like, that's a little bias, in my opinion. You wanted to delete that before, but now you want to bring it back.
You know what really makes me laugh is that not Wonder Woman 84 was such a Linda Carter movie special instead of a real Wonder Woman film.
Yeah. That's how it feels, and that's just the whole thing with Patty, with Jenkins. Pretty much she kind of tried to do that way with Wonder Woman 2017 when she did the whole alleyway scene, but you kind of feel like the Donner Superman movie. Like, it's just like, well, why are we still trying to do this whole thing, trying to turn Wonder Woman into something she's not? We all know she's a warrior. We all know that she kills and all that stuff. It's not just about love and all that stuff. Wonder Woman is more than that.
I would rather have her fighting, making that Ares is like tricking her eyes that everything is real, but apparently it's not. I mean, That's why I would like to see the original version of Wonder Woman, not this reshot we got from the
Yeah,
final.
exactly, because that's another movie that kind
I
of
mean, we
went
all
to
know
shit.
that. I mean, we all know that Wonder Woman can't give up a fight, but she also and her body can go into shock. Like she could get a heart attack from if you let her keep on fighting. Like what she isn't achieving.
Yep.
I mean, that's what's happened in the comic books and the animated film.
Yeah,
Like saying if you're just tricking her mind and she's not fighting nothing, and she's fighting just just air, or she's just not realizing you're fighting these innocent people and you're doing the same thing. I'm just saying that I'd rather have the original way how Ares did to Diana.
Yeah, and when we seen those pictures, the concept art from all that, it was gonna be an epic way, the way that movie was gonna end. What we got was very lame when it came to the third act. But again, that's just another topic to talk about. So yeah, what do you think about this whole Suicide Squad clip that came out of nowhere?
I think I just really want to see the whole film, like the original one, what David Ayer wrote during the first production instead of the reshot that Jeff Johns rewrote. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this movie was supposed to be connected to Gotham City Sirens. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know that Harley hooked up with Deadshot. I mean, I'm pretty sure if he wanted her to become a bisexual, it should be about she made out with somebody she likes, really, really likes, instead of this, the forceful relationship she's in, or this relationship she's in that she's trapped of.
Yeah.
I mean, if she has a boyfriend, a girlfriend with Poison Ivy and Deadshot, that's like she is definitely a bisexual.
But I mean, my opinion with the clip is like, it really proves to me the one thing that kind of bothered me from the studio cut, because they tried to make it seem like the Joker gave a shit about Harley Quinn. We all know Joker never gave a shit about her. That's just the way he is in the comics and all that stuff. And from that clip, you see that Joker doesn't give a damn about Harley Quinn the way he should be. So that's the main reason why I want that movie. On top of that, it's like right now I'm just curious of where or who got that clip. Where did this clip came from? Because that's the first time we've seen this clip. So
I possibly think it's one of David Ayer's agents or somebody connected to David. I mean, Film Exile got that clip, but where did that clip from the origin came from? Like, where did it came from?
Man,
like,
how did
who
they
made
got
this?
It? Yeah, I mean, again, we haven't got no clips from this movie at all before, and nothing like that.
I mean, we didn't get to see the whole scene where Joker's half burned. Like, I want to see the whole scene of it. Like, how did Joker survive from the falling of the helicopter, and what was he doing over the final act? Because we all know this original version was supposed to be connected to Batman versus Superman more, and going to
Justice League. Yeah.
Yes.
It was literally a prequel to Justice League. That movie was literally a bridge between BVS and Justice League. It was just Warner Brothers and of course Jeff Johns trying to just delete everything that Zack Snyder was doing.
If you ask me, dude, it's pathetic that WB says are trying to just, that people really hate the Sky Beam thing because, like they say, Joss Whedon is so cliche as hell because how he is on his writing. Originally, we were supposed to see that Enchantress was trying to get Steppenwolf to Earth, and she wants to be a new god. Like she wants to become a full-on god who wants to control the world and control humanity and destroy everything.
Yeah. Because I mean, we still never really got the answer for that, how Steppenwolf is here, out of nowhere. That will probably connect all that in a better way for us to understand more.
I mean, dude, nope. Like, I'm pretty sure that CGI from 2016 was so unfinished that they didn't even finish the entire guy's face up. I mean, and don't tell me there's only one giant person who can be like that. that size. And to be honest, I don't know who the hell is this guy that Enchantress resurrected.
Yeah, we really don't know. That was
That's
just
a whole
that was
man.
just a whole throwaway character, whatever that character came from.
I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be original Stephen Wolfman.
Won't be surprised. I mean, that whole thing was just off, in the movie. I mean, if it's still part of the Ayers cut, I'll be surprised. I mean, who knows? But the way it was edited, we all know, because that was the main thing that David Ayers said. His cut of the movie, the way it's edited, the music and all that is that's what makes it feel a complete different movie from what we got. What we got was literally the studio trying to make a movie into a trailer, if anything, or a music video.
I mean, we were supposed to see a lot of, Jared Leto's, things he does as Joker. I mean, we see him doing more torture on his people who double cross him, or a lady he tortured but isn't fun, doesn't find that woman fun because he has a bipolar thing on Harley.
Yeah. And he confirmed I think David and one of the actors confirmed, like, the first 40 minutes of the movie we haven't seen at all. Like, so it's a complete different movie when it comes to the beginning and all that. So, that's what got me very curious about his cut of the movie.
And what really amazes me, dude, is that I would not be surprised if Sony is going to release their entire, more deleted scenes of Spider-Man No Way Home, because we're all curious. Is there any more minutes of, Toby, Andrew, and Tom bonding, or how were they doing when they entered the MC world?
Yeah. I mean, that's still something that's why I have a feeling that Sony's kind of follow up with all that when it comes to Toby, Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield. I mean, at the same time, we have Venom. We have the new Morbius movie coming out. We still don't know, where's that universe that they have to be coming from Andrew's universe, because Toby already has a Venom, so.
Yeah, and plus, not to mention, he only fights against, scientists, experiments go wrong, like more machine and more like something mental illness that twisted their minds. But Andrew is more of mutants because we got Lizard, Electro, and we got the Green Goblin, who's, whose body is, giving up on him.
And I mean, and I think in one of those trailers, you see the Oscorp Tower building showing up. It's literally from Andrew's universe,
Yeah, it is. And not to mention, remember how, Andrew said, I gave up my punches? I mean, that cannot be Toby's Spider-Man. That has to be someone else. That's got to be someone else's punch, somebody else's.
Yeah. Yeah, that is, again, Morpheus got delayed for like 2 months, so it got delayed for a reason. I'm pretty sure they were adding a scene, and I think that scene has to be something with Andrew, in my opinion.
It has to be involved with Andrew, yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's got to be a multiverse crossovers.
Because there's no way you delay it. The movie was coming out like in a couple of weeks, and it just got delayed for 2 whole months out of nowhere,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Andrew is coming back from Morbius, and as for Toby, Multiverse of Madness. I mean, we all know Sam Raimi has his own cameo character named Bruce Campbell, but what if this is, Toby's, turn now, doing cameos again?
Yeah, that's the big rumor right now. The big rumor is that Toby is in the Multiverse, of Madness. But at the same time, that movie is supposed to be, so they're supposed to have a way more cameos that we just don't know about yet. We have a feeling of who else is gonna show up, but they're saying that there's way more in this movie that,
because because Disney owns Fox and it can do the crossover between each other. Like,
I mean, at this point, I won't be surprised if we see Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I really won't be surprised.
Yeah, because this is how you do a crossover. And hell, Sony is planning to make a multiverse of the Spider-Man. Like, I wouldn't be surprised they're gonna put Miles Morales where he's from the MCU world, but this is a what if that Peter Parker didn't go to Doctor Strange at the first place.
Yep.
And we get Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man 2099, the Noir, or Spider-Ham or SPDR.
Yeah, I mean, I do wonder that you think they're gonna tease that in a live action. That would be cool. Never know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they are planning, but we all know Madam Web is coming up soon.
Because I mean, that's the rumors too. We that's just strange. Like apparently he's gonna go into the animated universe too. So we don't know what's gonna happen there. You know.
Well, dude, I'm pretty sure, dude, soon we're gonna have Andrew's, third film, to tell us whatever happened. What was, his dad's secret? I mean, what was his dad hiding from him, and what was he doing?
Yeah,
I mean,
because we never really got the answers for all that because Sony moved away from all that back in the day, of course. But they're gonna have to come back anyway because they see now that the fans want it more.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta admit, dude, you gotta admit, if Sony wants, make more money out of the Spider-Man universes, he's gotta, bring back Toby and Andrew for their solo films because Spider-Man No Way Home should not be one film that this is the only last time we see them team up, but it has to be
it's easy money from that one.
Yeah, not to mention you got to expand the entire Spider-Verses, like bring Gwen Stacy, bring Miles Morales, bring Spider-Ham, bring the entire Spider-Verses that are non-Peter Parkers.
And it's Spider-Man alone, it's literally one of the most well-known hero ever, Spider-Man,
Yeah,
Spider-Man, you can, people can always talk about the MCU or Marvel, but Spider-Man is like almost literally the face of Marvel, if you really want to go there.
I'm pretty sure, dude, Sony is like, that's the only thing Sony still keeps him still. Because one, it's never been, Marvel has not even made, Spider-Man at all. It was only the Sony universe. And
yeah. And no matter what, the Spider-Man movies, they made bank. Always. They always made money at the box office, no matter what.
Yeah, they do. And we all know that. And I'm pretty sure, dude, that somehow either this year or soon that we may get Andrew Garfield's The Amazing Spider-Man 3 coming up soon, part 3.
Yeah.
Because you got to admit, everyone campaigned for him and everybody cheered for him coming back. It's like, oh, nice to see you again, Andrew. And it's nice to see you again to, see you save this MJ.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it was true, but I don't know. Apparently, that was like his idea or something like that. There was something behind the scenes that somebody said, like it was Andrew's ideas to do that scene.
I mean, Andrew deserved to do it. I mean, Toby already saved a Gwen, but it's Andrew's turn to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Tom Obi did it, and you can't rely on them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew, Spider-Man has been through a lot, so.
Yep, and not to mention we need to give him love as possible.
Yep. I mean, again, right now we're just probably waiting for a couple months, if anything, before they announce something. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a huge announcement coming from Sony and Marvel to confirm all that. If anything, they're probably waiting closer to the home release of No Way Home, and maybe then they'll say something.
Yeah, and you know what what's really amazing is that WB announces Wonder Twins. I'm like, really? After the Super Bowl, you announce stupid Wonder Twins?
But again, at this point, whatever Warner Brothers announce, it's like, what movies do they ever make? When it comes to Warner Brothers announcing DC movies, I believe it when they start making it, because they have announced so many stuff before that they never get to make, at all.
They're in the shelves, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. They just keep announcing shit. I don't know why. Well, we don't know. I just believe a lot of the stuff that they announce is just BS, I guess, you know.
If you ask me, dude, I think somehow maybe Wonder Twins Mate is going to be stopped developed soon. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, Joker 2 is not going to be made because Village is suing WB for what they did with the Matrix. Because you gotta admit, if Village is not happy with WB, they're gonna be, gatekeeping or shut down their stuff, because we all know Legendary, it had enough with WB for what they did with Dune and Godzilla vs. Kong. They're like,
Yeah.
we're divorcing you, WB, and you're not gonna make
Yeah.
any more movies and TV shows with us no more. We're gonna go to Apple Plus.
Yeah, I think Warner Brothers just, we know the merger's getting closer and closer with Discovery. I really do believe there's gonna be some cleaning. Hopefully there is some cleaning to do. It needs to happen. I mean, it's common sense. Then they gotta see the numbers. They gotta be somebody behind the scenes that they gotta see all the billions that they're just losing. They're losing billions, they're losing fans. Somebody somewhere needs to see this. They need to wake up.
Don't you mean, dude, that they have to, get rid of the weakest links, such as Jason Kilar, Toby Emmerich, Ann Sornov, and Walter Amada? I mean,
Yeah, I believe Jason he's already on his way out. I believe.
I wouldn't be surprised he's getting his job, revoked, because what do you expect? He abandoned us on when Zack Snyder's Justice League was out. He was not saying any good. He was just like silent all these 9 months later.
It was crazy how he was with us just to promote the movie. You had some people that were very fake Warner Brothers. They just wanted the money. Pretty much they wanted the subscription. So they made it seem like they were on our side. The moment the movie came out, they just disappeared. You can tell which ones are the real ones and which ones are not.
What makes me laugh is that you have this woman who says, just like Zack Snyder, the global phenomenon of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I'm like this. Thank you for so much calling Zack Snyder's Justice League a global phenomenon.
For what it is. Yeah. I mean, she was literally the main one that, and it's crazy because that was an ad that wasn't even really from here, right? That was from somewhere else.
Somewhere in Europe.
You can tell how HBO Max, they really promoted the movie, Sassan is Justice League around worldwide, just not here, just not America. When it came to Warner Brothers, they didn't even bother promoting Zack Snyder's Justice League. But when you go to Warner Brothers India and channels like that from around the world, they were promoting the movie. It's just not here.
It's amazing how, okay, you got Latin America who either their, Blu-ray copies got sold out, or somehow it was one of the top 5 films of streaming films on year 2021. I'm like this. Why is it the USA is, shunning Zack Snyder's Justice League, but they're saying the Suicide Squad was the best film ever, but reality
wasn't even on the list.
It was that
the Suicide Squad wasn't even on the top 10 from a lot of lists worldwide. But they just keep making it seem like nobody even talked about that movie. That movie came out and the movie disappeared.
And if you really care about this film to be successful, maybe you should have made this film only in theaters instead of being on HBO Max, because pretty much every WB film in 2021 has been really at a bad strained relationship, because directors were not happy how this film was on HBO Max, and they were signed for only in theaters movies, not in streaming. There's a huge line they signed for, and if you bind the contracts, WB bind all the contracts in 2021, and the proof is in the pudding, man. Can you name a few films from WB that bind the contracts and look what happened? Dune. Remember Dune?
Yeah.
Guess what happened?
But that it makes me laugh about Dune, because I don't know. You've probably seen my tweets lately about Dune. How they're making it seem how it broke records. Since when do we make articles like $400 million worldwide? It's a huge thing. What happened just a couple years ago? If you make $400 million at the box office, that was a flop. You know,
Mhm.
that would have been an automatic. They will tell you straight up, oh, that movie failed big time. What happened now? Where's the bias? Where's the change now? They're making it seem like it's a huge hit. We all know if that was a Zack Snyder movie, it would have made the same case. Those articles would have been very different.
You know what really makes me laugh about Dune is that Legendary isn't happy with WB for screwing the film up, because Dennis wasn't happy with how they, because Dennis was really mad at WB executives and he's gatekeeping on them for making the sequel.
And
And it seems
and it's crazy because what, the movie barely came out and they announced a sequel right away. Like where's the control? Where's the rights when it comes to the difference with that movie and Zack Snyder's Justice League? We all know that movie ends with a cliffhanger. So why is it that Dune barely came out? It wasn't even really making the money right away like that, and they just gave them the go to do a sequel. Like why is that's just bullshit in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I love the movie. I love Dune. It's just that this is nothing against the director. This is nothing against the movie. This is nothing against the cast because it's a great movie. This is just me going against Warner Brothers because it's bullshit. It's just BS that they just gave them. They just no, go ahead and make the sequel. But why are they not doing this with Justice League?
Don't ask me, dude. It's just like they're biased, and also, dude, I'm pretty sure Legendary is not gonna let WB touch the film again, because Legendary is divorcing WB or giving them gatekeeping.
Yeah, because isn't Legendary taking Godzilla somewhere else? They're taking it to wasn't it Paramount also?
I don't know, man. Truth is, they're not happy with WB and they're gonna move somewhere else because, like I said, I had a feeling that WB had lost Legendary Studio and they're gonna bring their MonsterVerse elsewhere, just like how Lego movie franchises are going to Universal Studio.
And you can tell the quality that you get from Legendary. That's literally somebody that Warner Brothers, should keep, that they will want to keep. But Warner Brothers, they're losing their shit completely over there, man. They lost control at Warner Brothers, and I don't really know what's going on over there.
I mean, it's funny how there's only one Pokemon live action movie that only was aired in theaters, but then later there's no word about a sequel of Pikachu, but it seems like Netflix is doing that already. And I'm like this, WB, can you explain to me why do I see that, Pokemon isn't getting a sequel from you guys or making a new movie?
And it hurts because that movie was good in my opinion. I like the movie a lot.
I really think it should make more action.
But at the same time, it didn't really make the movie either. But I think what really hurt that movie too was promotion. The way they were promoting that movie. And again, that's just something that goes back to Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, a lot of times they just don't know about marketing when it comes to movies. We all know who are the best ones when it comes to promoting a movie. Zack Snyder, he's always one of the main ones that will put hype on the, when a Zack Snyder movie is coming out because him himself will let you know that his movie is coming out.
Not to mention, Netflix promote the shit out of it, that film of Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, they put his advertisement on the Jumbotron on LA game.
I mean, they did a limited run in theaters. It wasn't gonna be in theaters at all, and they did it. That was literally the first movie that got me back in theaters. During the pandemic, it was Army of the Dead.
I'm like this, telling WB that if you really wanted $1 billion, you should have made Zack Snyder's Justice League a freaking only in theaters experience. You would have compete Spider-Man. Like he'd be like, Spider-Man would be like
They
Ooh,
were down.
seems like we got a competition.
They lost hundreds of millions by not releasing the movie in theaters.
I mean, dude, and imagine if this film managed to get a 2 billion mark by if you gave us a Green Lantern in that movie. Like, we want a real Green Lantern, not this, oh, the CW guys. I mean, have we had the guys did the CW enough? They just ruined the Ryan Reynolds one really badly. And I don't trust on the guys who said, we changed. Truth is, you guys are the same people who made the Green Lantern, and I don't trust you no more. And I'm
Yeah,
one Zack
they messed up big time. I mean, because you gotta remember, like when Zack Snyder first came out, the word of mouth all over social media, everybody was talking about the movie, and everybody was saying nothing but great things about the movie. Just imagine if the movie came out in theaters first, it would have been the same, and the word of mouth would have had people going to the theaters to go see, what are people talking about? Maybe I gotta see this movie. They don't make any sense. I mean, it's like, talking about that now, it makes me think like the whole thing with the Batman, which I can't wait to see. But I don't understand when didn't they used to have a problem with long movies, but now the Batman's about to be 3 hours. Where you see the bias there when it comes to the studio. It's
Yeah,
it's just it's just crazy to me. You can't release Justice League because it's too long, according to them, in theaters, but you're gonna release the Batman when it's about to be 3 hours. What's the difference?
I don't know, man. Truth is, the entire WB executives are just morons and biased as hell.
And
I
again,
mean,
it's not me hating on the Batman because I'm excited for that movie. I mean, I got my tickets and all that already. So,
I'm gonna see that film too, dude. Because
and that's the only thing they're gonna get from me. When it comes to DC related, because I know it's not the DCEU. That's why I'm gonna support it. And of course, it's Matt Reeves. So
if you ask me, dude, I am supporting to that film because at least it's not connected to the dysfunctional universe of DC now is not become.
and talking about that, man, that superhero trailer that came out for DC, it didn't do anything to me. Like I still feel the same way that I felt before for the DCEU. I really don't really care about Black Adam. I'm not really hype about that movie. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like The Rock was born to play the character. Like he looks good as Black Adam, but so far, I don't know. That movie's not calling my attention. The Flash, we already know how I feel about that. I'm not gonna give a shit about that movie.
Yeah,
Um, that girl, I don't even know what to say about that movie. There's really nothing good that I have seen so far for that movie. Everything that keeps coming out from that movie behind the scenes, there's nothing that's telling me, it's DC. It looks like a CW. All this stuff that's coming out from the DCU, it feels very CW. It feels very low budget.
that's what I'm saying. And besides, for Black Adam, why the hell are you oversaturating with the yellow filter instead of real colors of Snyder inspiration? I mean,
Yes, you can tell, man.
not,
That the one whoever made that filter with the Snyder color, it looks so clean. It looks so much better.
I mean, if you ask me, I want multiple colors, like like ancient colors, multiple, like not just oversaturated gold. Oh, I mean, we want something real colors, like something that you're trying to make a good camera ready, not just filterish. But
Yeah,
that's like that's like so Snapchat 101 there.
yeah, pretty much. I mean,
And yeah,
and again, you can go compare the views for that trailer and that's a strange trailer. Compare the views of how many millions Doctor Strange already has on views, and go see the DC superhero trailer. I don't even think. Let me double check. I don't even think it has reached 1 million views yet.
who knows, man? But it was released 2 days after the trailer has been there, but Doctor Strange managed to get 1 million views at 1 minute. Then later, and it managed to reach over a lot of views later.
It's at 800K for the DC trailer.
What? Over almost a week it is?
Yeah, 5 days. It's not even 1 million yet. So where is Doctor Strange? There are 34 million views.
Are you looking at the main count one?
Yeah, I'm looking at Warner Brothers and the Marvel channel.
That is the biggest problem, man. Like, and you're gonna compare, and you're gonna see Zack Snyder's Justice League as a cul-de-sac. Dude, have you not realized the entire film isn't a cul-de-sac at all? It's a major global phenomenon. And also, what we want is more of the films comes out. I mean, you have this film to connect to Man of Steel 2, Ben Affleck's Batman movie, a Cyborg movie, and Flash's, his own movie about himself, about how he's supposed to get his dad out of jail from a lawyer.
And again, it's like we said before, we probably will be on board if they would have had went with the Snyderverse first and then do Flashpoint after. Let Snyder finish all this first. And then if you do Flashpoint, we probably will still be on this. They probably will still have our hype because we got what we wanted. Now we want to see what you're doing next. We don't really want to see what you're doing now because you're trying to erase something that is not finished.
Yeah, not to mention you're just rushing things. I mean, do not tell me, dude, that when you wanted Rick to make the Flash film, it wasn't gonna be like, oh, the Flashpoint in a rush way. It was gonna be about the Flash who's trying to fight against, the corrupted city hall, this corrupted city justice, and how exactly that, how his mom's last moments with him taught him big important things in life.
Yeah.
And plus, we would have Iris be like a Gwen Stacy from the Amazing Spider-Man franchise.
I'm sorry, but it's gonna feel very rushed. What they're doing right now, it's not only gonna feel rushed, it's not gonna make any sense. It doesn't make any sense just thinking about it.
If you ask me, dude, that film, I'm not hyped, and I'm not gonna be happy for that film because the script to me telepathically now, it's gonna sound dumb, and how everything of the Flash sound will sound like a 5-year-old wrote this. And speaking of which, it's funny how this is the same woman who made Birds of Prey now. And I'm like, in all the good writers on Hollywood, you chose her over, what's his face, Grant Morrison.
It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like at this point, do they like losing money? Is that what they're doing here? Because it's like, oh, okay, Birds of Prey. Yeah, that movie made like $2 on the box office. Like, let's get the same people back to make another movie. That makes, in a business way, that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, why do you keep getting the same people that keeps losing you millions of dollars, and you're gonna hire them back?
What's really pathetic is that too. People like that Peacemaker is destroying the Witcher series. I'm like, dude, the Witcher would be recognizable because Poland people knows the stories, and people from Europe understand the stories and watch the early adaptation before Netflix took over.
And I don't even know anybody that's talking about Peacemaker. I mean, people that I know, ain't nobody talking anything about that show. I haven't seen it, and I'm not gonna bother seeing that shit.
Me too, dude. And I mean, you only have people who's talking more about Euphoria series over Peacemaker. I mean, you gotta admit, Euphoria is really crazy as hell.
Yeah, I started watching it. I gotta keep watching it, but it was good so far. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it's I don't know why some people are saying like it's not realistic. To me, it's very realistic. Maybe that's what it is. It's probably too much for people that haven't been through a path like that, or people that haven't lived in a town where a lot of shit like that happens. Just because you haven't seen real shit like that in your life, that doesn't mean it's not real. Trust me, it's very real.
Yeah, and plus, not to mention what I like about Euphoria is that its artisticness about being, not this oversaturated with the CW thing. It's more about the realisticness about being a person who has mental health issue, trying to impress boys or girls, or trying to be what they are, and having body shaming.
Yeah, and a lot of us, we being in school, we go with this. A lot of people like us, that we go through a lot of shit. in school and all that stuff. To me watching the show, I'm like, this is very real, in my opinion. I don't know why some people are talking crap about this is not real. Like, I don't know where they've been, or I don't know what kind of school they went to, but I used to see all that shit when I went to school. So,
I mean, I see too. I mean, I seen a lot of kids back then become beating up each other. I see stupid stuff, and sometimes you got a lot of pregnant girls in high school.
Yeah, even in my middle school, we had like a couple girls pregnant. So again, I don't know what school they went to, but where I went to, it was very real to me. But yeah, man, I appreciate you for coming. Thank you for for telling me that you were ready to go today. I was actually thinking about making a video, so it was the right timing. Hopefully, I'll see you again soon. All right, brother.
You too, man.
Take care, man.
You too.